Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Revert Reaction, and today I just wanted to talk about a few issues that seem to be coming up in the Dragon Ball community, and people are really complaining a lot about these different cards or combos or chains, and I just kind of wanted to put my 2 cents into it, whether it matters or not, but hopefully this explanation of how I feel about these cards will give you some different outlook. Let me close something that's ringing in my ear. Okay. So, first off, a combo that I really don't understand why people are complaining about it all that much is the Chain Attack Zeno combo. So if you don't know what that is, you get the Chain Attack Trunks, which is from the starter deck of set 3, the Kid Goku starter deck. Um, and it's a 4-drop, 2 are red, I believe. And it says, when you play this card, you play a 15,000 power or less from your hand. And Zeno, the Plain God, which is a 7-drop blue card, is only 15,000 power, and it says when you play this card, it pretty much is a board wipe for both teams. So the only thing and a hand wipe. The only thing that stays is your energy. So like all your cards go back in your hand, all your cards go back in your deck, your hand and your battle area. All of them go back to the deck. The only thing that stays is your drop area, warp, and energy. Everything else resets it. So, it sounds like it's really broken, but I've never lost to a chain attack Zeno. I've I've won actually because of a chain attack Zeno because somebody played it improperly. Um, I don't understand really why people get so upset. Maybe if you're running like 8 barriers, um, you can get mad because yeah, your board just got wiped. But as I'm going to cover later in the video, there's also a 5-drop, which is a 30,000 triple strike. It's the SS3 Bardock that wipes your field and doesn't touch my field. It doesn't touch my hand. It doesn't touch my field. It doesn't touch your hand, but it touches all of your field. It does not get stopped by barrier because it does not say choose. It says your opponent places all their battle cards in the drop area. Whoops. So as I'm going to talk later when I bring up 8 barriers, it's not really a big deal to me. Um, so if there's a reason why people feel like Chain Attack Zeno actually needs to be fixed or Reddit or whatever people are thinking, please leave it down in the comments because I have no idea why people are freaking out at all. So up next is probably my favorite topic of conversation, which is the cell chain cell chain. It's a thing, trust me. Um, the cell combo, which is the 3-drop cell, which goes on turn 3, 3-drop cell, and then it goes to the 5-drop cell, and then it goes to the 7-drop cell. And you can effectively play that on turn 3, and once you play the 3-drop, if you have the Android 17 goes under it, you go to your deck, pull out the 5-drop, play it. It allows you to choose opponent's battle card, which obviously does not get around barrier. Almost burped. We're good. So, you choose an opponent's battle card, kill it, and then you draw a card. And then if you put an 18 directly under that same turn, no energy difference, it's a Union Absorb, put an 18 underneath it, you go into your deck and get the 7-drop, and when you play the 7-drop, it says when you play this, your opponent chooses cards in their hand until they're down to 3. And that's it. So, and he's a 30k double striker. But he's double strike. He's not like... He's going to hurt you, but he's not going to kill you. Unless you don't get rid of him, which... That's one thing I've kind of noticed, and I'm not going to try to sound like an elitist, because I've never, won a regional. I mean, I've won locals, but that doesn't mean anything. I actually have a big tournament this weekend that will help me gauge where I am as far as skill-wise. But I'm not trying to sound like an elitist, but I feel like people that are complaining about the cell chain are very new to the game, and they're just mad that Mecha got arretted, because cell chain was probably its second strongest, because there is a stronger version, but the second strongest right before set 3, because there was very few cards that could get rid of it. I mean, once Cell was on the field, you could Mafuba it, you could the 2-drop green Gohan that you spend 2 green energy to negate the attack and then kill the attacking card. You could Yajirobe, or you could just combo up to it. There really was not. Man. Oh, and the BCC Gohan, the tournament promo Gohan. Those were like the only cards that could effectively kill Cell, I believe. Yeah, other than just comboing up. So, I mean, it was a much bigger threat back then. Now, the only reason why I say it's the second strongest is because the first strongest is technically with Mira and Stout-Hearted. But you got to remember at the same time, they've brought out so many other cards that just get rid of it. I mean, it makes it irrelevant. And also, the reason why I say that newer players are complaining about Cell Chain is because all of the people who have been playing since like set 2, which sure is only a set and a half ago, but that was a while. If you played in set 2 before set 3 dropped, I mean, there really wasn't a whole. It was set 2, like that's all you had. And so like we already figured out ways to get around Cell Chain. Oh, you see somebody playing the Cell Chain, you just keep your hand low. You play cards when you want to. You don't let your hand get big. And then most people, when they Cell Chain you, or if they're thinking about Cell Chaining, if you only have 5 cards in hand, it's not worth it. They want you to have 8 cards in hand. So if you keep your hands around like 4 to 6 cards, unless they have nothing else to do, they're not going to Cell Chain you because it's not worth it. Now, granted, there's the Stout-Hearted Android 16, which makes you discard a card, but they don't draw a card, so you're both kind of discarding a card. And then there's the Mira, but Mira can be played in anything, so if that's your argument, so that's how I feel about Cell Chain. I've played it. I played against it in the Indianapolis Regionals. I mean, if you know how to play against it, you play against it. It's not the end of the world. It's not broken. If anything, it should have been addressed back then, and nobody said anything, and then Mecha happened, and then they're like, oh, Cell Chain. No. That's not how that works. All right. So that's 2 of the conversations. Next is Shigesh. Everybody's, oh, Shigesh. Shigesh is very strong. But I'll bring up at the end of this conversation why I think that different cards should be changed. Even though I love one of these cards that I'm going to say, it should technically be changed. But Shigesh, if you don't know what it does, it's a set 3 yellow super combo that when you play it, you choose a 3-drop or less Saiyan from your hand and you play it for free. So where this has picked up a lot of speed and a lot of people complaining about it is with the Veggie package, which if you don't know what the Veggie package is, it's the Saiyan Teamwork Kaba, the Unstoppable Ambition Caulifla, and then the Hidden Awakening Kale. And here now with Tournament of Power, it's also a 4-drop red Caulifla that I can't remember. It's a Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla, and it has like a word before it. Oh, Bonding Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. Super Saiyan Kale. And then technically it's not a... Oh yeah, it is. The 3-drop 15k Kaba. Those are that's the full Veggie package. And so this originally picked up steam because what it allows you to do is once you play... So the Kaba card, Saiyan Teamwork Kaba, when you play it, it reduces the energy cost of Caulifla and Kale in your hand by 1. But he stacks. So if you have all 4 of your Kabas out, your 4-drop Kale is now free. And then the 2-drop Caulifla is free at 2, but when you play her, you have to take a life. But her ability is it pretty much OPs Kale, because Caulifla says your battle cards cannot be killed by your own skills. So, like, if you're running a Broly leader and you get that off, like, even if you don't have Broly's ring, you don't have to kill any of your stuff, because Caulifla says no. But Kale, look, when you play it, kill a battle card, and then choose 5 cost, up to 5 cost of battle cards, and kill them from your opponent's side. And I'm talking a lot. So, and then here with Tournament of Power coming out, there's that 4-drop Caulifla, the red one, that when you play it, you look at the top 7 of Universe 6, top 7 of your deck for a Universe 6 with 15,000 power or less, and play it, which is both the Kaba and the Kale. And then that Kale, which is Super Saiyan Kale from Tournament of Power, says when you attack with this card, if you have another Universe 6 on the field, I'm going to sneeze. Close call. When you have another Universe 6 on the field, this card gets 10k, cause it's or not 10k, it gets 5k because it's a 10k, so it goes up to 15, and you draw a card. And then your other target for it, which is Kaba, says this card cannot be negated. So, and it can attack cards in battle mode, or in active mode. And then if you're playing like Universe 6 leader, he gets 5k power. But, so like you attack something in active mode, and they have to combo out of it. They can't call negate. And you can attack it later, and they can't call negate. So he's kind of cool. He's interesting. So that's 8 cards if you play 4 of each that Khalifa can pull out. Well, saying Teamwork Kaba also says that in the top 10 of your cards is what you look at the top 10 and you choose a Kale to add to hand or a Khalifa to play. You can play the 4-drop for free. So you play it, and you go, okay, top 7. Oh, look, a Kale. Okay, attack, draw a card. Okay. Obviously the red 2-drop Kale because it's Universe 6. Anyway, so how to fix this, since I've been talking about why Shigesh is broken. Red or a yellow Saiyan leader would be a good way, but then it's like, putting it as a yellow Saiyan leader instead of just yellow, I think this is the proper way to fix it, because right now, like, you can run them with Ginyu or Mecha Frieza and then still have access to Bloodlust. But if you make him a yellow Saiyan leader, you can still run the Veggie package. You can still use Shigesh. You just don't have Bloodlust, which, is a huge deal. That's a dangerous card to have, and when you're giving it to people. So I wouldn't mind making it yellow Saiyans, but it's still going to be broken. It's just going to be a little less broken because you can't use Bloodlust anymore. That's about it. And you can't play it with the Ginyu leader because he self-awakens. So that's what people complain about a lot. But anyway, I've talked enough about that. And my last one is apes, barrier apes. And this one just it's kind of the same thing as Cell Chain. It's like, learn to play around it. I lost like my first 2 games against apes. I don't think I've lost since. You kill their hand, you kill their field, and then like if you're really worried about apes, run a Masked Saiyan deck with Double Strike with the Champas. Here's how you beat barrier apes. Ready? Masked Saiyan with the Champa Double Strike, the one that gives your Masked Saiyan Double Strike. 4 super combos, 4 of the Awakening Warrior Bardock, which is the 4-drop Overrealm, costs no energy, and then you run 3 to 4 of the 5-drop SS3 Bardock, which says fuck your field, and then fill the rest in. That's it. You live till turn 4. You say, screw your field, I'm going to attack, and now I'm going to Champa, and then, oh, you're dead. I don't remember if I said turn 4 or turn 5. Turn 5. Gotta live till turn 5. And then you crit, and then you triple strike. Yeah, they're not gonna like you. Or you can just wipe their field and go, done, pass. So that's kind of, how I feel about what people are complaining about. I keep seeing it on the Facebook posts, and a lot of it's just learn to play with it. Shigesh should probably be yellow Saiyans. Okay. What was the first thing I talked? Chain Attack Zeno. Why? Why are you complaining about that? Cell Chain. Why are you complaining about that? It's been around since set 2. Literally the only thing that's actually worth complaining about is probably Shigesh, and it's a small fix. It's make it a yellow Saiyan leader. But earlier I was Kaba should be fixed. I don't know if he should stack. I love it. I'll play the hell out of it, but I don't think he should stack. It's kind of broken. But anyway, yeah, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for being long-winded. Sorry there's no gameplay. You just have to look at my face. But I actually had to get the fiance's permission to do this because I'm leaving tomorrow to drive to Mississippi, which is an 11-hour drive, to meet up with my brother and a mutual friend of ours to go to a big tournament in Alabama. It's going to be a 3-man team tournament, and there's like going to be like 50 people there. So she misses me. So I should probably go. Talk to you later, guys. Like the video if you obviously liked it. Subscribe if you like what I'm saying. Go check out my deck lists. I have a few of them. Check out my Octagon games. I have a few of them. And yeah, share the video if you think you have a friend that wants to hear why some cards are broken and some cards aren't. And then if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below on YouTube or Facebook when I post this. Talk to you later, guys.